Hi, my name is Nevada Benton, and I'm just doing a quick video just in case you missed today, Monday, September 14th, on the silver rotation online learning. So then you have like a little update in terms of what we did. This is It's Learning. You log into it using your Gmail, the same exact way you would log into your school computer. Log in with Google using your Durango school email. And then under courses, it's ELA Crew 9 is your online course. And then you'll see that here on your overview tab, it says Monday the 14th. And the very first thing you want to do is just push start and see what's going on today. And so you'll see that there's a little overview on what's up today. We're in an expedition on Make Your Thinking Visible. So I really care mostly about what your thoughts are. And I want those thoughts visible to me. And then that's how our deep learning happens. And then today is kind of a logistics day for sure. We have just an introduction to me. You can watch a little video about my previous history. You can ask me questions in tomorrow's Zoom or in a chat box tomorrow. And then we're going to navigate It's Learning so you can get familiar with it. Make some bookmarks so that you have like a comp book or some sort of book that you can then put a little bookmark in. And then sometimes I'll ask you to handwrite something, snap a picture of it and upload it for me. And so it's just nice to have your notebook and your pencil with you during our Zooms or when you're engaging in ELA, just in case you need to use it. So we're just going to make some bookmarks with a goal on one side and an inspirational quote on the other. And then you'll notice that it says Cruise 9, that's you guys ignore slides 7 to 17. Those are like classroom expectations in terms of like signing in and out of the classroom. You can just skip those. If you're interested or if you're planning on switching from online to in-person, then you will need to read those. But otherwise, you don't need to misuse your time for that if you're planning on staying online for the duration. But it is available to you just in case. And then our learning target, we actually have two. One that's visible here. I can express what it means to be a writer and a reader. And that's what we'll be working on for the next 2 weeks. And then we'll also be working on I can navigate It's Learning since it's a new learning management system to us. So you'll see that this is just like an overview page and that there's these little arrows right here, and that'll take you to your next little piece here. Here's a video, just me introducing myself a little bit and my history. And so you can watch that, and then I'll be asking you to turn in a little something with an inspirational quote, and then I'll be looking forward to hearing a little bit about you too. And don't hesitate to ask me questions. After you watch that video, then this is the slideshow that you could have linked on in that first little introduction slide, where you're going to ignore 7 through 17. And then you'll see that the first part is that introduction, that video that you just watched. And then you'll notice that the bookmark description, so we went through that in the video, and these are what we're ignoring because they're all the expectations for the classroom. And we don't need that. We will do some online learning expectations, but not today. And then it comes to our assignment here, the comp book bookmark, where you're going to make a nice specific goal that's measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound on one side of your bookmark, and then the other side of your bookmark has an inspirational quote or motivating symbol, and you're going to put that inside of your comp book. I'll just show you an example. Here's the comp book that you can scribble in, and then your bookmark can be like a sticky note, or it can be a piece of paper clipped in there. So you're going to make that, and you can use any kind of art supplies that you want, or you can make it simple on a sticky note if you'd like, just so you can keep track of where you're at in your comp book or in your journal that you're going to do the handwritten piece, even though we're operating online. There's some sample goals here for you. And then this is my sample slide in terms of my inspirational quote. Adventure is Worthwhile in Itself by Amelia Earhart. And so I picked that because I really love to adventure. And This really makes me feel happy. So on mine, I'm going to have a picture of Mount Erebus, like the mountain, and then these concentric circles. This represents just every single little thing that I do does make a difference, and it's a little reminder to myself. And then this was the best job I ever had a long time ago, like just super awesome, fun, lucky job where I was working in Antarctica and they said, hey, we need a camera fixed. And I was like, oh, I'll totally fix it. And then I got to ride in a helicopter up to as far as I could on the mountain. And then I got on a snow machine and I snow machined up as far as I could. And then I ditched the snow machine and then I ran to the top of the mountain. And then here I am sitting right here on this edge and the camera's peeking down into the lava. And all I had to do was like pull my sleeve up and like, week, 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 just clean off the frost. And so I had this beautiful mountaineering experience for a super quick fix of the camera. So I like to remind myself of that. So my bookmark is going to have like that fun inspirational piece on it. So you guys are going to post your goal that you wrote in It's Learning. There's an assignment coming up, and you're going to post your inspirational quote on Google Slides for us also, so that we can share and have a conversation about it. So here's our next little arrow here. I'm just doing a quick overview for you if you were absent. This is where you would type your goal in that you put on your bookmark. That's where you share it with me or any other teachers who are co-teaching the course with me. Other students do not see your goal. And then this next piece, this is where our whole crew, everybody can see your image, your quote, and your name. And you're just going to pick a slide to put your name on. There's my sample. Whoops, I accidentally covered my face with my water droplets. I'll fix that. You can just add your name on this. You put your quote and then your image here. And then in tomorrow's Zoom or in a Zoom this week, we'll go through those and share those with each other. So next is we need a Google Classroom just in case It's Learning doesn't have the capacity to do the collaborative projects that we have planned. Sometimes we'll need to use Google Classroom. Also, sometimes It's Learning is down. And regardless, I need a way to communicate with you, to see your thoughts, have your thoughts turned into me, a platform for us to communicate on. And so It's Learning is our primary platform. However, there are times when we may need to be using Google Classroom. So I want it all set up. And so we're all perfectly connected. So join it, and then once it's joined, click yes. That's it. That's it for that assignment. And then in terms of getting your questions answered, there was a Zoom. There will be a Zoom today at 1:30. And if you didn't get all your questions answered in terms of It's Learning, Google Classroom, your bookmark wasn't quite, you had some questions, then you would just leave it as no. But then you need to contact me via email or in the next Zoom to make sure that I get your questions answered. And then if you did get all your questions answered, you just click yes. Part of the point and purpose of this particular day is to click through a wide variety of different assignment types in It's Learning, so that when your instructors on the Timberwolf team assign you an assignment using a particular feature in It's Learning, then you're familiar with it and you've seen it already. So you're clicking through a wide variety of different types of assignments today in this class. And this particular type of task is called a task. Next is the final thing you're going to do today after you've clicked around and done all of these pieces in It's Learning. You're just going to do a little poll and give me a vote in terms of how you're feeling about It's Learning, where you're at with this platform. So your choices are like, I've totally got this, or you can say, I have some questions, but I'm getting there. And then this was my vote a couple of weeks ago. What? And then if you're voting like that, then I'll just make sure to give you some more tutorials on It's Learning. So that wraps it up for today. And then we won't necessarily have a synchronous Zoom every single day. However, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Tuesday at 1:30 once again, just to make sure that we get your questions answered and are on solid footing moving forward. All right, hope this helped if you were absent, and don't hesitate to reach out via email should you need something.